Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear to all of you. Today our topic is very simple. It's about what's happening regarding what the person who people call him Harun Yahya, which is a nickname for him, but his real name is Adnan Oktar. However, his real name is not really important for us. What is important is what the news is reporting about Adnan Oktar, and they are making fun of him, and I don't know why. I could not really find a real reason to make fun of this guy regarding what he is saying, because everything he is saying is absolutely accurate when it's come to the hijab. In interview with him, Adnan Oktar, he said, "Bikini is Islamic veil." Turkish televisionist or Oktar tells police. Now, I don't know why the Muslims are surprised about what Oktar he said, when this is official and we can prove it easy that the whole purpose of the hijab is to cover certain part of the body, which is the vagina and the ass. Now, I'm sure some Muslims, they will say to you, this is absolutely false, this is not true. If we go in the Quran, you will not find really in the Quran a clear verse speaking about covering your head or etc. The Quran is speaking about not to expose your breast out for strangers, and to hide your let us say like, you know, decoration you put, jewelries, etc. in front of foreigners. But there is no place in the Quran speaking about covering the hair. And if we study the Quran about the chapter which is called the chapter of al-hijab, we will find that this chapter was brought to Muhammad supposedly after Umar. He said to Muhammad that I saw the ass of your wife when she was doing poo-poo. So the whole point of it was to cover the ass, not the hair. And I am sure, like Muslims, they will say this is not true. Now, this is Harun Yahya, and this is a news website. It's called Hurriyat Daily News. This very famous newspaper in Turkey. And here, the interview of Harun Yahya, which is very famous, he bring hookers to his show in order to make da'wah. And actually, this is very, very good way to bring Muslims to watch and listen to the Quran. Because this is the same exact way Muhammad himself he practiced. What will make a Muslim join and do jihad? Prostitutes, hookers, blonde diggers. Muhammad he said, attack the Roman and get the blondies. So why you blame Adnan Oktar or Harun Yahya for saying what he is saying and for doing what he is doing? This is exactly what Muhammad he did. But Muhammad in his time, he don't have the opportunity to bring the blonde diggers. This guy, he have the blonde diggers. Those are the children of the children of the childrens of those people who the Muslims invade their countries and rape them, and then they have kids from them. They are blondes. Otherwise, the Turkish people are not blonde, and they are not blue eyes or yellow hair, etc. Those are people coming from the middle of Asia, and they are Asian. But if you look at the Turkish today, none of them look really like Asian. Very little of what is left of the Asian. Why? Because they merge into the population and they force everybody to say he is a Turkish. If you look at those girls, what those have to do with the Asian girls? Nothing. You know, those are not Turkish girls. Those are not Asian girls. Those are European. However, this guy, he knew how important it is to bring such kind of women in order to get the attention of people, of believers. You see, the believers of Islam, they are believing in Allah more when they see such an ass or such a breast or such a body. If you read with me here under the picture, it says, Oktar, also known as Harun Yahya, is seen in the file photo with two of his kittens. So even the Muslims, they are calling the girls, they are going with him in his show. They are his kittens, you know, they are his, you know. I mean, why Muslims are surprised? Isn't it your God, he promised you a lot of vagina, a lot of virgins in the heaven? I mean, why the guy is a bad person for you? Why you are trying to wash your hands from him when he is the one who introduced to Muslims what is called science in the Quran? You see my first book, if you read it, The Deception of Allah, you will see his name is mentioned there, and for sure I mentioned the nickname he used, publishing what he called Quran and Science, Harun Yahya. And at that point, when I made my first book, the Muslims, they worship this guy. He got donation from everywhere. He is the hero. Actually, if you go and search in YouTube about him, you will find that this is the Deen show, and this guy, his name Sheikh Yusuf Estate, who his wife used to call him useless, as he claimed, he is speaking highly about Harun Yahya, saying this is the high class writing we needed for this century. This is what I was waiting for. This is what I was dreaming about. You can read, you can watch the video. I'm not going to play it, so Muslims will not play or claim copyright of it. So the Muslims, they spoke about him highly for years. Suddenly now, because Erdogan arrested him, you are washing your hands from him. So are you telling me 6 years ago you do not know that this guy, he do parties and he bring girls live in his TV live? It's not something hiding. What he do is not hiding. Everybody knows what he do. So why now he is a shameful person for you and he was not a shameful person before? You Muslims are a bunch of hypocrites. Before, you enjoy what he do, fabricating lies about what it's called science in the Quran. But now everybody knows that this guy is a scam, the same as Muhammad. Everything for him is about women, vagina, sex, and parties. And actually, Harun Yahya, he said something very truthful. He said the Quran said that wine is forbidden, but vodka is not. I challenge the Muslims to show me where it says it's forbidden, the vodka. Where? He's right. He's not lying. You know, wine look like Allah. He knows only one drink, and this drink is the one make him angry. So Adnan Oktar, when he is being truthful, practicing what Islam is about, Muslims are upset. When Adnan Oktar lying about Islam, Muslims loves him. Why you are hypocrites? This is the truth about Islam. You see, when Adnan Oktar bring two girls wearing hijab, as you see in the front of us in the screen, and they have 10 kilograms of makeup, not even one of you spoke and opened his mouth. When Shabir Ali, he go on TV and he have a girl in front of him and she have 20 kilograms of makeup to the point you cannot see her face, nobody complain. Which is supposedly, according to you Muslims, it's haram. It's haram for a girl to show her makeup, right? It's haram for Muhammad. Even he said, if a woman, she wear a perfume and she walk in the front of men, she is a whore. Just having perfume, she is a whore and she committed adultery. So the hypocrisy of the Muslims is amazing. It's the same story about what his name, Nu'man Khan. Nu'man Khan is a hero for the Muslims. He is bringing people to Islam, brother. He have lecturers, and the guy is a scumbag. He have no idea what Islam is about. He say and he teach the most stupid things, have nothing to do with Islam. The Muslims, they like him. And then suddenly they found that he is posting naked pictures and he is dating many girls in the same time, sleeping around, and suddenly he is a bad guy, but he is practicing Islam. Isn't it lawful for a Muslim to have a date with 4 girls and sleep with them in the same time? It's lawful. So what? Where he break the law of Islam? Tell me where? Nowhere. Muhammad, he have 13 women. So why Nu'man Khan and why Adnan Oktar cannot have 13 women to sleep with? Why Muslims don't get offended by Muhammad having unlimited numbers of women offering themselves for sex? Imagine yourself the Prophet Muhammad right now, and those women are coming to offer themselves for sex, as the Quran says. If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. And just to show you, Adnan Oktar is a lot more decent than your Prophet Muhammad. If you go here, you will see it says, وامرأة وهبت نفسها للرسول يا أيها النبي إنا أحللنا لك أزواجك التي آتيت أجورهن وما ملكت يمينك مما أفاء الله عليك وبنات عمك وبنات etc. Let us see a translation. Translation, chapter 33, verse number 50. You can read any stupid translation from those in the front of you. Choose one, the one you like. All right, because even they are stupid. Oh Prophet, we have made lawful for you who? Wives. I mean, thank you very much, Allah. The guy, he is sleeping with them, and now you are telling him it is lawful for you to sleep with your wives. Oh, let me tell you, I have a wife, I have 10 kids from her. Is it lawful for me to sleep with her one day more? I mean, how stupid this verse is. But this verse is not about wives. The verse here, he want to introduce himself to the sex industry to make it lawful for him to have a license for a sexual relationship with all women, not only the wives. So he start with the wives and he end with women they offer themselves to sleep with him. If you read with me, the daughters and the daughters and the daughters and the daughters and the daughters, and then look at this. And I believe in women if she give herself into the Prophet. She gave herself into the Prophet. Any believe in women, she can give herself to the Prophet. Adnan Oktar, he got a lot of women, they want to offer themselves to the Prophet, peace upon him. Adnan Oktar, what's your business? He have money, and because he have money, he can do so. He have the ability and he have the qualification. He is powerful in bed, the same as the Prophet. Some they say that Adnan Oktar can do 40 women in the one night as the Prophet. He can do. Maybe he can do what David can do. According to Muhammad, he can do 99. So here what we have is something very unique, and we need to remember that there's nothing really out of Islam. There's nothing here out of the line. So the hypocrites, when they want, they remember Muhammad, they remember Islam, and they practice Islam, and when they want, they ignore Islam and they don't want to be part of religion. This guy, he practiced nothing out of the line. Nothing. You know, isn't it your religion who allowed you to do mut'ah? Let us say Adnan Oktar, he want to follow Quran and he want to practice mut'ah. What's your problem? Isn't it mut'ah part of your religion? You want to say to me, like I saw the idiot in the text, he's saying, you know, hadith have to be in harmony with the Quran. This is false. All the Quran is not in harmony with the hadith. As an example, the mut'ah. The Quran says you do mut'ah, the hadith says don't do mut'ah no more. Harun Yahya is a person who follow Allah. He don't follow a man. Allah is the God, right? He is the only God. He is not a three gods. He is not four gods. He is one God. As if it's a big deal if you have one God or not. You have one God, but yet he allowed women to rent their vagina for one night stand. I mean, this is amazing God, isn't it? If he is a three gods, maybe he will not allow that. But because now he is one God, he allowed it. That's wonderful. So Adnan Oktar, he practiced Islam. He can rent vagina. What's your problem? Those women are not forced into sex with him. They are not forced into party. They are practicing their rights as Muslims. And now going about the bikini. Here he said that the women, she have to cover herself only in the bikini area, as you see in the title of the news. Did he really teach something not Islamic? Absolutely not. If we go and see what is the reason for the chapter of hijab, we will find it was about the ass of Sauda. Umar ibn Khattab, he wait for the wives of Muhammad and he watched them when they are doing poo-poo. And when they do poo-poo, he make fun of them. Specifically, he was chasing the women. Her name is Sauda. So Umar, when Sauda, she went out to do poo-poo, Umar, he says, he called her saying, hey, we recognize you, Sauda. Recognize what? He saw her ass. Then Umar, he said, Allah, he sent the verses of of hijab. As I said, it is Umar who said that. Umar, he went to Muhammad and he told Muhammad, hey Muhammad, come on, tell your wife to cover their ass when they get outside. It was just about the ass. The women, she is always have no hair cover. And now what he saw her, he recognized her from her ass. What the women she was doing? The women, she went out at night to do poo-poo. What Umar, he said to her, Umar, at the dark, he said, we recognize you, Sauda. So what you can see at night? Hair, black hair. They have a black hair. What you can recognize? Nothing. And in dark night, I mean, there's no way you can see the hair. So what he saw the shiny skin, he saw the flesh, he saw her ass. So the verse about the hijab came because of the ass, specifically because Umar, he insists, and Umar, he told Muhammad many times that you should let your wife cover. This is why if you go in the hadith, you see Umar, he's saying, let's see if we can find you. What Umar said. Here we go. Let us see here. It says Please read carefully with me. All the reason behind the hijab, it was the bikini. All what Muhammad, Allah want is Muslim women to cover in their ass, as simple as that. And it was specifically about the wives of Muhammad. Here Umar, he said, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. By the way, they are not 3. I can show you different hadith where Umar, he said, some Muslims they say 7, some Muslims they say 10 things, which mean Allah, he took from Umar Quran. I said, oh Allah Messenger, I wish we took the station of Abraham as our praying place. So the one who made the Kaaba a holy place for prayer, it was Umar. And Allah, he sent the verse as Umar said, exactly as he said. Imagine. And then so that came the divine inspiration, and take you people the station of Abraham as a place of prayer. Okay, and then he continued. So the Kaaba is a holy place now because of Umar. Umar obviously is a prophet of Allah too. As regard the verses of veiling the women, I said, oh Allah Messenger, I wish you order your wives to cover themselves from men, because good and bad talks to them. But who is the bad and the good? It's him. He is the one who's making fun of Sauda when she was exposing her ass. So the verse of veiling of the women was revealed. Now we continue. Once the wives of the prophet made a united front against the prophet, and I said to them, it may be if he, the prophet, divorce you all, that his Lord will give him instead of you wives better than you. And then he says, and so the verse came same as I had said, exactly. And the funny, the Muslim, they say to us, can you make Quran like the Quran? Are you stupid or what? Don't you see that Umar, he is the one is making Quran and Allah is copying Umar? As I said. So Umar here counting how many things he said, and Muhammad, he took it as it is and he make it Quran as I said, word by word, letter by letter.